Okay. Today we've got some serious business to discuss. Hello, everyone. Welcome back for another one. Thank you all so much for all the love on Spring Maxing. Shout out, everyone. Hearts in the chat. Today, we are going to be discussing Q1 of 2026. Well, yes. It's already been 3 whole months in this year. It's already been 3 whole months. That's really crazy. And so I wanted to review what life has been like for those last few months. For me and for the world and for the things that I'm loving or not loving. But that felt a little boring just to do by itself. So I went out to the store and I bought some of these face paints for $4.34 so that I could paint my face. Why? So today we're going to be discussing the first 3 months of 2026 while painting my face as beautiful, beautiful things. Without further ado, let's get on with January.
We've been in there ain't nothing going on.
Notes, they're back. Okay, excuse me. So, for personal stuff in this first part in January, the first thing I did is I made a few New Year's resolutions. Just small ones. I know in one of my videos, I'm pretty sure Spring Maxing, I was like, New Year's resolutions are the devil. And they kind of are if you don't know how to do them right. Speaking of hey guys. Hey y'all. How y'all doing? Hey. Okay. All right, so the first part of Q1, okay. So for the first part of Q1, I started this YouTube channel. Oh wait, no, I'm talking about my New Year's resolutions first. Sorry, I got distracted by shapes and colors. So I started this YouTube channel. No, fuck. I set my New Year's resolutions and oops. Okay, why does this suck? This is what I was afraid of. This doesn't even look green. What the F, bro? So I got my New Year's resolutions, and the first one that I was able to attend to and succeed in was flossing my teeth regularly. And you're maybe thinking, well, how can you tell that it's made an impact? Well, I had a dentist appointment in January. I was supposed to have one in December, and I kind of flopped a little bit. Well, actually, no. The dentist flopped because they were like, oh, your dentist actually doesn't work here anymore, so we're gonna need to find you a new dentist and a new time for your appointment. And I was like, oh, okay. After I set my New Year's resolution at the beginning of January and was keeping to it, I went to the dentist and they were like, your gums look really good. Have you been flossing? And I was like, as a matter of fact, I have. And they were like, we could tell. And I was like, yay. They're like, you also have some cavities maybe forming, so keep on flossing. And I was like, okay, will do. So I would say that resolution was a success. Also, what I was trying to say earlier is that I started this YouTube channel and uploaded my first video. I've been sticking to that pretty well. I mean, February was a little bit of a dry month. March went pretty good. Spring Maxing got 500 views. In the grand scheme of the world, that's not a ton. But, hey, that's the most I've gotten. So let's celebrate that. This looks like I'm doing Shrek. I'm not. Maybe I should have. Whatever. Too late.
What are you doing in my swamp?
Those were the most, important things in my personal life that were in January. You know what else happened in January? Pop culture. Based off of my findings online. Sorry, I keep looking at myself in the mirror because I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? The first thing that I saw when I was looking, stuff up was 2026 being the new 2016. And I was like, As somebody who was alive and conscious during 2016, I remember 2016 being hated on. And so now I feel like we're rewriting history a little bit because I remember everyone being like, 2016 sucks. And not just because Trump got elected, but also that also happened. I look so stupid. I remember being like, wow, this is the worst year ever. Especially in pop culture. Because remember, this was the year that Closer came out. And, Closer now people are like, I feel like more warmed up to. But at the time, people did not fuck with Closer. And I vividly remember that. Did I fuck with Closer?
Well, no.
So I was like, wow. We're doing nostalgia of 2016, even though people were calling it a Chapo year. Things have gone so downhill since 2016. It's gotten so much worse that now people miss it. That's crazy. Another pop culture thing, well, pop culture to me, is the newest season of RuPaul's Drag Race. RuPaul's Drag Race season 18 began on January 2nd. I will not say any spoilers, but I will say that y'all are really doing the most. To be fair, this is not my favorite, season in the world, but to say that it's boring or, bad or whatever is just not true in my opinion. RuPaul's Drag Race has so much going on for itself that even the worst, the worst episodes of the worst seasons still are, somewhat worthwhile television. And it's these queens are also people, as much as they are dramatic and whatever. Can we just let them enjoy their season while it's airing? Y'all don't have to come at them every single episode and be like, this season sucks. You're allowed to have your opinion, sure, but shut up. Just shut up. I'm realizing now that doing this face paint makes me a lot less filtered because I'm focusing on something else. How do I look? The last pop culture moment that I wanted to discuss in January was Heated Rivalry. Now, you may be thinking to yourself, that happened in December/November of 2025. And you'd be correct. But I feel like a lot of it being a mainstay in pop culture and the discourse and everything involving that really happened towards the end of December and January. Heated Rivalry was it was airing and people were liking it, but it wasn't blowing up immediately to the level it has now. But I feel like after episode 5, the finale of Heated Rivalry being better than the Stranger Things finale, who said that? All of that happening really made it a pop culture moment, and plus both the main actors of the show being everywhere, and of course the discourse, because every good thing in pop culture needs to be discoursed to death. But the show was really fun. I like the show. I know Heated Rivalry has become so popular that now people feel the need to be I don't like Heated Rivalry, I'm not like every other gay. You don't have to just subscribe to that. You don't have to hate something just because it's popular. But it's many such cases like that. People love to be contrarian. People hate quote unquote being basic or fitting in. The sooner you get over that, the happier you'll be, honestly. The show is still great. Y'all just do too much. So the next segment of Q1 wrap up of January is music. And this is more for me. This is more of what I liked. Oh, excuse me. Jesus Christ. The music that I liked that was released in January of 2026, Body is on Fire by Maurice. Maurice? I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce her name, but I love that song. She just makes really good pop music, by the way. Shout out to her other song, Mary and I. You should stream that as well if you love good pop music. But yeah, her, and then Wall of Sound by Charlie XCX. I did not watch Wuthering Heights, and you can't make me watch Wuthering Heights. And as far as music that was not released in January 2026, but I also listened to a lot, shout out to Where Have You Been by Rihanna. I listened to that song a ton because I was hitting the gym a lot, and that really got me pumped up. Also, Ruin My Life, the orchestra version by Zara Larsson. The studio version is cool too, but the orchestra version is really what got me together. I love that version. And then I Choose You by 5E. They're a J-pop girl group, and their music is just so good. Their social media manager is so funny. Let me take these down. I read really quickly online that turtles were an animal that represented January. Don't know if that's true. Don't know. But Yeah, this is me, and I hope you guys enjoyed, this first round of face paint. And now it's time to talk about February. Okay, get this hoe over here. That took a lot of effort to get off my face. So I'm so excited that I committed to this. Could I stop? Sure. I don't have that many subscribers, but I'm crazy. Let's get into February, huh? Yeah, so a lot of stuff happened in February. But first is personal updates. For YouTube, I uploaded Interlude 1, and that's all I posted in February. But for resolutions, I did technically fulfill my second resolution, which was to release original music. So yeah, I got that. 2 out of 3 resolutions done. And then I actually ended up locking in a pretty good gym routine for Monday through Thursday. And then uploading regularly, going to the gym, all of that got stunted when I went and got surgery. That's right. I got surgery on my toe because there was extra bone growing on top of it. And it was super weird. I had to get an MRI on it, and everyone, all the foot doctors were like, I've never seen anything like this before, which made me be like, okay, so then I should probably, get surgery. I don't want that there. It looked really freaky. So I went and got that surgery. The surgery went well, but then of course, post-surgery, couldn't really walk very much for a few weeks. So, that really killed all the gym progress I was making, which is sad. But that is okay, because that is what Q2 is for. So as far as my personal life goes, after I got my surgery, everything started to slow down, and I started to, be like, I'm flopping. And I kind of was. In March is when I really turn up the slay button, when I turn up the slay dial. So, stay tuned for the rest of this video for that. Oh yeah, also surgery ended up being hard for me the week before because I wasn't allowed to take any of my ADHD medication before my surgery to make sure that I would actually go under during my surgery. I didn't have to do that when I got my wisdom teeth taken out and I had anesthesia. But I guess this is general anesthesia versus local. I don't know how this shit works. But yeah, no ADHD medication, which made my life hard. I never realized how much I needed that shit until it was out of my life. But I'm back on it now. I've been back on it. But February started out really good, and then it turned into my flop era. But hey, we're here now. This is somebody who has it all together now. So don't you even worry about it, sweetheart, because I've got it going on. This is the peak of human existence. This is the peak of life. Painting your face with $4 face paint that smells bad is really hard to get off your face. But doing it anyways, because guess what? I don't know. Because guess what? Chicken butt. So that was my personal life. And now let's move on to pop culture, which is when we start popping off. First of all, the Winter Olympics happened in February. Remember that? A lot of pop culture shit happened during the Winter Olympics. First of all, during the torch-bearing ceremony at the beginning, we got more heated rivalry because the two main actors, Hudson, Connor, they were carrying the torches for part of it. So that was crazy because it was wow, who were y'all a few months ago and now we're at the Olympics. I love that for them though. That's not a bitch, who are you? It was more okay, that was really cool to see. And then there was Tate McRae, the singer, she did an ad for Team USA, even though she's Canadian. I don't really care about the optics of that very much. Maybe it's because I'm American, but it did give us an amazing Instagram story. Y'all know I'm Canada down. Y'all know I'm Canada down. Oh my goodness, that was funny. That was funny. She had to control it. Y'all know I'm Canada down. Speaking of Canada at the Olympics, remember when that male Canadian curling team just fully cheated? Just fucking nudged the curling puck. Oh my gosh, I didn't even write this in my notes, but at the end of the male snowboarding like events, there was that announcer who was like, that was boring.
That was boring.
And I'm not laughing at the snowboarders. You know, I could never. Obviously. Obviously, I could fucking never. But I was like, damn.
Damn.
Poor guys. More at the Olympus. Alyssa Liu. Alyssa Liu. If I'm mispronouncing your name, I am so sorry, girl. But yeah, we got Alyssa Liu. And she gave it all. Oh my gosh, her spirit and her attitude is just everything. Love her. Y'all know I'm Alyssa Liu down. Okay. So yes, she competed in skating and she won the gold for 2 events, I believe it was. And then there was that like gala for skaters as well. And oh, I should not have done that while I was laughing. Oh my god, this looks so bad. Oh my god. She ain't no diva. She ain't no diva at all. Oh my gosh, this is bad. Should I add eyeliner? Maybe I will. Get ready to laugh. Oh my god. You guys, I have never looked better. Oh my god, I have to lock in real quick. Oh my god. Okay, so keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Oh! I'm gonna put up my reference picture right here. Yo, I'm trying to be a bunny because of Bad Bunny. I was like, oh, I'll be a bunny. Happy Easter! Get ready to hop! Oh my god, what the fuck am I doing? I'm 22 and unemployed. I have no job. I obviously have no fucking job. Oh, please watch this video, please. Okay, plan B. Plan B. We're adding eyeliner. Okay, I should've. That just took off the paint. Okay, so the eyeliner is just taking off the paint. Take a look, y'all. My cat wants out of my room. I wonder why. Probably because I'm laughing like a fucking idiot. Oh my god. Low-key, I was like, oh, I wonder if I can do better than my first one. Because I was like, I'm not sure how I feel about my first one. Little did I know how far we could fall. It doesn't fucking matter anymore. Just put that shit on my face. In the words of Jenna Marbles, just fuck my shit up, fam. Oh my god, and I mean it. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, oh my god, bro. What am I doing? What am I doing, bro? Me putting on more makeup, like, stop, no, stop, put it down, please. Oh, this is so bad. Oh my god, I have a full page of notes that I have to go through. Okay, so Bad Bunny performed at the Grammys, not at the Grammys, at the Super Bowl halftime show, and he won Album of the Year, so he's having a great year. I, on the other hand, I don't know what type of year this is, like, representing. It's my red. Done. Oh, wait. Done. I look like I'm in the Insane Clown Posse. No, this is so scary. Well, let me go down my list. Okay, so Bad Bunny performed at the Super Bowl, won Album of the Year at the Grammys. Speaking of the 2026 Grammys, I watched live and it made me like finally get into Man Child by Sabrina Carpenter. You know, for the longest time, I was like, this is not as good as anything on Short and Sweet. But watching that performance at the Grammys, I was like, oh, I get it. I think it was that speech before, like, the dance part where she has, like, the airline microphone. Something about it just really tickled my fancy. I know Serena was waiting on my approval. I know she was waiting on my approval specifically because, you know, clearly Sabrina, don't even worry, girl. I got you. I'll defend you. Something about her album, by the way, it just aged so much better than I thought it would, because I was not living for her album when it released, but I'm rocking with it now. Oh my gosh. Are you guys rocking with me right now? Oh yeah, and then at the Grammys, Cher was like, Luther Vandross! So yeah, that also happened. Remember that? I didn't until I saw it. I was like, oh yeah, she did that. Haha. Shout out to Cher. Oh, Olivia Dean. She won Best New Artist of the Grammys. Deserved. Y'all mad. She was the Best New Artist of 2026. Her performance was great. Her album is great. She's great. Love her. Punch the Monkey got bullied by the other monkeys or whatever animals. Yeah, that happened. Obviously, it was sad, but I was like, okay, I don't care that much. No shade. Listen, I want, justice for Punch, of course, but he's no Mudang. He's no Harambe. I'm not like, wow, Punch the Monkey is like the new thing. Oh my god, you guys. Oh my gosh, it's hard for me to even talk about. But Michaela Nogueira, I don't know if that's how you pronounce her last name, but she got a divorce.
Take a minute. Take it in.
Oh my god, you guys, she got a divorce. I mean, I remember where I was when she got a divorce. I mean, I'm sure you all do too, because that was, truly time froze in that moment for me. I was like, no, like, it's hard for me to even talk about sometimes, because like, they're supposed to be together forever, man. Please.
Just so sad. I got you guys. You guys thought I was sad.
But yeah, that also happened. That was really funny. Okay, music. There was only one single that was released in February 2026 that I was like, okay, let me put that down. That was Dying For You by Charli XCX, also from the Wuthering Heights album. And then for releases, music that was not released in February 2026 that I also did enjoy. 404 New Era by Kiki. Sexy Villain by Remy Wolf. And Looking For You by Kirk Franklin. I don't know what to tell you. I'm dressed as a bunny. Guys, I have never felt better. I have never felt more gorgeous a day in my life. Yes, this is the look. I can't stop looking at like my teeth down here. These are supposed to be like bunny teeth. Like, here's March. Can you tell that I'm excited to do this one? Alright, so it's time to talk about March.
It's St. Patrick's Day.
We really don't give a fuck. It's not a major holiday.
It's really not, bitch. You act like it's fucking Christmas or something. Fuck you and St. Patrick's.
Listen, if I had to describe how my face is feeling in one word, it's bad. If there's one word to describe how this face paint smells, it's bad. Actually, I take it all back. I actually love doing this. This is like so much fun. I'm having a blast. This is the best. But anyways, my personal life in March. Okay, so at the beginning of the month, I was still in recovery from surgery on my toe. But the second half of the month, that's when I pressed the slay button and got my shit together, because I uploaded the Navigating Society video, I uploaded Spring Maxing, and my Two Hands to Heaven cover. And I got back on my feet so much and started walking so much that I walked 21 miles in like the last half of the month on the walks that I went on. I was so sick of being like cooped up at home, not being able to walk. Oh wait, excuse me while I get my hair out of my face. Oh my god, I don't want to do this. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Who am I kidding? Who am I kidding?
Just keep saying it. Keep saying it out loud. And maybe you will convince Hope. Because you won't be convincing anybody else. So dream on.
So yeah, that was my personal updates in March. And pop culture. I feel like I just heard something. Pop culture wise, the Oscars happened. Something else happened around the Oscars. You guys remember? You guys remember what happened around the Oscars time? I'll give you a hint. It involves one of the nominees for Best Actor. Timothée Chalamet!
Call me by your name, Timothy!
So,
like, I'm pretty sure the voting for the Oscars had already concluded by the time that interview got released, but that really did him no favors. Timothée. Yeah, you got ate up, and unfortunately I had to like watch and stand by and be like, yeah. As much as I hate to, encourage cyberbullying, I was watching the shady tweets roll in, and I was like,
And yes, I was sharing the shady post towards her.
That's how it goes. If you missed this, by the way, so the reason why Timothée Chalamet was such a pop culture moment for a second is because he was doing an interview and he decided to, call ballet and opera like dying industries that nobody wants to be a part of, and like basically made fun of ballet and opera for no reason, I think, pretty much. And it was stupid. Sorry, no, there's no real way to like tiptoe around. He was acting stupid, which of course I would never do anything stupid. Everyone clowned on him, including at the Oscars. Yeah, watch what you say about the arts. That's all I'm gonna have to say to you and everyone else. So that happened. Michael B. Jordan won Best Actor. Loved that. Honestly, March, as far as like the world, was not as interesting as February, as far as like pop culture. I feel like a lot of it was just reheated from February, except for the Chappell Roan situation, where this Brazilian guy, who I think he's famous, because I don't know if this would have caught as much wind as quickly as it did if he wasn't. He was saying that Chappell Roan was staying at the same hotel as them and their his family, his stepdaughter. And Chappell Roan was having breakfast, and she walked by once and was like, oh my gosh, is that Chappell Roan, the daughter? And then she apparently walked by a second time just to make sure, but didn't like stop or bother her. And then, according to him, he said that Chappell Roan sent her security guy over to tear into this little girl, telling her to not bother Chappell Roan, and thus launched a hate train against Chappell Roan. Then, she had a show in, I believe, Brazil. And so everyone was like, ooh, girl, you're canceled. Ooh, girl, good luck with that show. Then she ended up having the show, and, the crowd was super loud. And then, after the show, a day or so after, Chappell Roan was like, I never even saw a little girl or her. I never sent my security guard over. But she was like, I'm so sorry that happened to you. And then apparently the security guard that was, responsible for all of this posted something and was like, I was not affiliated with Chappell Roan. I acted out of what I thought was my best interest on behalf of Chappell, but I am not her security guard. I think he was a hotel security guard. And he was like, I'm sorry to everyone involved. And yet people are still making jokes about Chappell Roan and she's evil. She's this, she's that, even though her name is basically clear at this point.
On va tous marier des putes. On va tous marier des putes.
Obviously, when this stuff was, breaking, I was like, okay, this doesn't look good for her. But we had one Instagram story to go off of. And then everyone was like, Chappell Roan just seems like such a horrible person to be around. But it ended up being, a complete misunderstanding. The guy who posted that was, very much, jumped the gun on that. And it just made everyone look bad. It made Chapel look bad. It made the people look bad. It made security look bad. And I'm just like, so was it worth it? It's honestly so sad how quickly and like without any like proof a hate train against a woman can just sort of like happen. Or sometimes a hate train can happen against a woman just because of like anything, really. It's so annoying to have to like be on the same internet as people who just don't give a fuck about women. Honestly, it's really, really fucking annoying. Like, I don't want to share the internet with y'all. I really, really don't. Please delete Twitter. Please delete Instagram. Please delete TikTok. Please get off of my phone. Like, why do I have to share the internet with people who are watching Fruit Love Island? Like, fuck that. No, thank you. I didn't even like the original like Love Island that much. Last summer's like season of Love Island. Oh my god. I know you want me to die. The world was terrorized. You could not escape Love Island on the timeline. It was so scary. I mean, shout out Alondria. You are a baddie and I love you and I hope you continue to have amazing opportunities because you're beautiful. I was over Love Island already because of how people were acting around when the real show came out. And then now we add AI to the mix. Like, go away. I hate you, AI motherfuckers. Go away. It's bothersome. See how good my attitude was before, but now I'm tired, so I'm trying to look like a minion and I don't even oh god. As much as pop culture tended to annoy me this month, this was like a good personal month as far as like, you know, staying on top of my shit. However, my third New Year's resolution was in fact to get a job. Does it look like I am somebody with a job? Unfortunately not. But that is what Q2 is for. My number one goal for Q2 is to get a damn job. So hopefully that can come true. So that was pop culture in March of 2026. So music that was released in 2026, in March of 2026, I should specify, that I enjoyed, Catch Catch by Yeno and Freak by Isolt. Those were both very, very good songs. I do recommend. And then for music that did not release in March of 2026, but that I still listen to in March of 2026, I heard A Rumor by Bananarama. Now, this is because of RuPaul's Drag Race. Of course it is, because of course. I am nothing without that show, I've come to realize. Like, even if a season or an episode of judging or a season of judging will piss me off, I will never let go of RuPaul's Drag Race, for better or for worse. The second song I have written down is Rude by Hearts to Hearts. And then the last song is Through the Fire by Chaka Khan. Oh my gosh, I've been getting into some more Chaka Khan recently, and I love that song. I don't know if I would have appreciated Chaka Khan and Through the Fire at a certain age. I would have been like, nice pop music. So in Q1 of 2026, my favorite album, my current album of the year, is in fact Miss Slater's newest album, Worst Girl in America. And my favorite single from Worst Girl in America is, of course, Crank. Oh my god, that's what honestly got me into Slater. And then my favorite non-single is Yes God. And then I'm gonna give an honorable mention to Brittany Murphy because I have been listening to that song on repeat. The production is so gorgeous and the lyrics are so sad. I love when songs do that. Bello. Oh yeah, Bello. My book is done. Do you like it? Bye-bye. Guys, I look gorgeous and beautiful. Well, that has been Q1 of 2026. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed my artistic expression. And I'll see you for the next one. Hopefully you didn't get scared off by me looking beautiful. But if you did, I would get it. You know, this amount of beauty is hard to, comprehend at times. So, okay, love ya. Bye-bye.